going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Welcome back to another episode of Last Minute Living. On today's episode, I'm finally caving. I'm putting on side steps. That one's for you, Auntie Julie. You'll be able to get into my car this time. So I've just been online and I've bought rock armour side steps. They arrived the other day. So now I'm going to go through how to install them. My first thoughts so far on the side steps are pretty good. They've got a dual rail system, so that's plenty on there. So that will give us maximum protection. And then, we're going to have a crack at installing them. They're pretty heavy, so I may need some assistance. All right, so first up, we're going to have a look underneath the car, just at a few things that we need to be aware of when installing. I'm going from the easy side first, so we'll leave the best bit till last when I can't do the other side and I'm just left with one side step. But we're just going to jump under the car now and I will show you what we need to look out for. Right, so first of all, these side steps use a U-bolt system. They go around the chassis. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. But we do need to watch out for a few little bits and pieces. On the driver's side, we need to look out for this. Here's the brake line. Runs along there, down to the rear tyre. So this bolt here needs to come off. So we'll be taking that off just in order to slide the U-bolt. We might be alright. We might be able to slide the U-bolt in, but we're going to have to weigh that up with where the step actually sits. So I'm going to size that up and then we may or may not have to remove that. Going off a friend's recommendation, I'm also going to put a little bit of, there's a bit of rubber there, but a bit of foam that comes with that came in the packaging. So I'm going to throw that on there just to protect it a little bit more. So let's see how we go. On the passenger side of the chassis, you can see there is a lot more going on. I believe it's fuel, a bit of brakes, a little bit of electrical up top there. If you can see that just on the top. So we'll have to maneuver around a little bit of this stuff. But fingers crossed it all goes to plan and we can get these on pretty quick. Fit it on. It's going to go a way, but whether it's towards you, that's going to have to go on that side of the chassis. Can you, because this has got to be in more, but it's sitting on the lip, so go now, push in. Yeah, that'll probably do there. I don't think I'm going to have to move this. Oh, can you give us a bit of that foam, just cut off a little bit of it? White foam? Nah, the black stuff. How much little? Oh, that's why you need to take the brake line off. I think it's a 14mm, isn't it? Yes. So that need a bit more clearance there, so I'm going to have to take that off to put in to those holes. It was worth a shot without it, but doesn't look like we're going to have much luck. That's alright. Easy enough to manage. So it turns out it is not 14mm, it is a 12mm. So I now have a 12mm ready to go.
Watch how the waves are chasing each other, and they better be. Where's the shore? Where's the shore? Love gets louder, fast gets faster. You won't hold me pride aside and
right about here. And we're going to need to lift up the steps so that we can get the bolts in and hopefully have some luck. Like I said, these are very heavy, so if you can get a couple people, it'll probably be handy. But now that I've got it propped up, we have actually got the first bolt in. What I'll do is I've got a little bit of the packaging, just a bit of black rubber. It's just to stop a bit of rubbing, just to stop a bit of rubbing just between the U-bolt and the brake line, because that's something you don't exactly want to be, I suppose, wearing through on you. I'll get a couple cable ties and I'll wrap that around so that it's a little bit more protected. Just going to reinstate that brake line. Make sure that's tightened up. Perfect. Now back on this side we have some washers. One washer and nylock bolts as well. This would obviously be a hell of a lot easier if I had a hoist, but I'm going to show you how we're going to do it at home. Right, so they are there, done. What we might do is get something on the furthest point and then we'll look at tightening these up. Number 2, have our U-bolt here. Looks like a few little bits and pieces that might be in the way, but we are gonna do what we can. I think this actually needs to go down a bit. Doesn't actually impact anything, which is good. Washer, the bolt to go with it, and then same deal on the bottom. So far pretty easy. I'm liking this. See how we go on the other side. There's a lot more obstacles over there. Fingers crossed we'll have this one done very shortly. That is one Rockslider side step done. Now another little feature here, you can probably see there is a little almost crack there, so that's removable and that allows you to connect some scrub bars going up onto your bull bar, so that's pretty handy. But I also wanted to point out underneath here the design by having 2 bits of tubing going down, so it's going to give you heaps of protection when you're out on the tracks. Not only that, here this is actually a crumple zone, so if you do end up getting not only on road but off road, anything hit these side steps, that will crumple and just lessen the impact a little bit to your actual car. So that's another handy little feature that doesn't necessarily come on all side steps. Alright, well that took me probably about half an hour to 45 minutes. Not too bad, a little bit fiddly, had to change tools a little bit, so that was a bit annoying, but I'm going to get the other one sort of propped up, and hopefully I'll have a bit more luck on that one, but there's a lot more that I need to worry about, so it'll take me time, and now that I've got all the right tools, should be able to knock that one out pretty quick, hopefully. That brake line's off. I'm gonna flip these fuel lines out of their clips, if I can get them. Oh. That's off. Just need it. Oh. I might actually be able to squeeze that through there. And there's a wiring harness up the top as well. But if we... There we go. Oh yeah, that's just popped out. That's good enough for me. It's easy enough. Gives me enough room. So I need the U-bolt here. We can... we are done with the side steps. Luckily enough, the other side wasn't too hard. Did have a little bit of trouble with all the bits and pieces lining up, but I'll show you that as I walk around the back. So that's the brand there, Rock Armour, checkerboard, nice and sturdy underneath. Nice and sturdy underneath. And yeah, a little bit of mucking around, but we got there, pretty happy with how it looks. And pretty happy with how sturdy they are. Jumping around on it just to test it out, but haven't fallen off yet, so that's good. But pretty easy install, so happy with that. Bought it online. I'll drop the website down below if anyone is interested. They do all sorts. They do Colorados, Hiluxes, 80 series, 100 series, you name it. It's all on the website. Round about $750. I got stung a bit with the freight coming over. That cost me $250 because the weight of them. So they're about 20 to 25 kilo each, so pretty heavy. I have to keep that in mind, but they're definitely going to do the job for the tracks. So now we are ready to get back out and maybe do some more tracks. So I know we have been planning a few little trips, so when that rain starts to come in and the tracks start to open up a little bit, we'll head out there and check out some stuff. But that is another episode of Last Minute Living. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are closing in on 800 subscribers now, so if you haven't already subscribed, we want to get that to 1,000 this year, so that is the plan. But until then, we'll be on another adventure soon. Catch us later. We'll see you on the next one.